Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
A disagreement is surfacing in the Valley over people selling guns on social media. Thank you for joining us tonight. A woman contacted our whistleblower hotline saying she's upset after seeing someone selling a high-powered tactical rifle on a Facebook group. This is the post that caught her eye. She, like many, is concerned about certain people buying and using guns after recent events. We did some checking into what the laws are. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter, Nicole Johnson, talked to one of the creators of a local online group and shows us how it works.
While scrolling through baby clothes and DVDs, a gun for sale might throw you off guard.
We've gotten some calls from some people saying you should probably stop doing it.
Some Facebook groups have decided not to allow guns, while others, like Ryan Moen, specialize in manly things. He's an administrator on the Man Cage Rummage Sale group.
We're not regulated by anybody, but I mean, it falls under, our Second Amendment, basically, in the regular laws you have. People who sell it, they're just putting their ad up on there. We're just using it as a medium.
Fargo police say they have nothing to do with gun sales online or these Facebook groups, but if you're trying to conceal and carry, you need your license.
We've never had a problem with somebody buying a gun or anything on that nature. Most people that are on there, they're following the laws that are already in place, so it's no different than going to, say, Shields.
Like all stores, if you buy a gun at Shields, they run a background check, then file standard paperwork through the ATF. But selling from person to person, like on Facebook, the same requirements don't exist, which has some people concerned. President Obama himself has been trying to curb private sales of guns. For Moen, he's not stopping until a law bans online gun sales.
The ones that you're probably worried about are criminals that are going to get guns, and they're going to get guns no matter what.
If you're trying to sell online, Moen encourages you to ask for proper ID. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
We started looking into this story after a viewer expressed concern. If you need help with something in your community, call our whistleblower hotline at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will go to work to expose the truth. Officials are still unsure if a popular teenage game had any role in a crash that killed two Lakeville, Minnesota high school students. 18-year-old Johnny Price and 17-year-old Jake Flynn died when their vehicle rolled Friday afternoon. We reached out to a few Moorhead high school students, and they told us off camera that there was a Nerf war game organized last year. However, Pam Gibb, communications coordinator with Moorhead Public Schools, says, quote, if the game is happening, it's not happening on school grounds. We went to NDSU to ask students if they participated in this game in high school.
People shooting each other with a Nerf gun, and once you get shot, you have to wait until someone comes and saves you, or you're out until the next game starts.
Fargo police say they aren't concerned about the game happening in our area. Plenty of people are loving the pleasant, warmer than average temperatures, but will the clouds bring us any rain tonight? Let's go to the Weather Center to find out. Robert?
Yeah, not anticipating any rain tonight. However, as we start off your Tuesday, we could see a little bit of rain, maybe a few flakes of snow, and possibly a little light freezing rain or drizzle over portions of the area. We'll get into more of that in just a little bit. Right now, temperatures well above where they should be at this time of year, even at this hour. Our normal high here in Fargo today, 25 degrees. It's still at 35 after topping out in the upper 30s earlier this afternoon. It's still 44 warm degrees over in Jamestown, 36 in Valley City. Cloud-wise, we are going to see quite a bit of cloudiness as we head through the overnight hours. Good for holding the temperatures up, bad for those of you that want to see the northern lights. A pretty decent light show looks to be possible as we head through the overnight hours tonight. So if you do see some clearing skies in your area, take a gander off towards the north, and you could see some of those northern lights. Underneath those clouds right now, no precipitation, but again, that likely changing as we head through the early portions of your Tuesday, especially in the southern half of the valley. Here in Fargo, as we head through the rest of the evening, temperatures slowly dropping on off. Just a few clouds around from time to time and temperatures down into the lower 30s. More on that chance for some wintry precipitation on your Tuesday and some snow chances as we head through the rest of the week coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Robert. We have new information tonight on a former Moorhead hockey standout. Jacob Dittmer reached a plea agreement and has pleaded guilty to criminal sexual conduct. Dittmer was accused of climbing through a 14-year-old girl's bedroom window and having sex with her in June. Dittmer was the goalie for the Moorhead Spuds hockey team, and he was drafted by the Minnesota Magicians of the North American Hockey League prior to these charges. The man accused of kidnapping and sexually assaulting a woman at Gordy's Travel Plaza in Mapleton, North Dakota, appeared in court for the first time after refusing to on Friday. Abdulrahman Ali is facing 5 felony counts, including gross sexual imposition, kidnapping, aggravated assault, and 2 counts of terrorizing. According to court documents, Ali forced a woman working at Gordy's Travel Plaza into the women's bathroom, locked the door behind him, and started assaulting her in the center of the room while naked. The victim tells police she could hear Ali mumbling, and documents say she was unsure if Ali was speaking English or a different language. But she could recognize one thing Ali said while they were in the bathroom alone. She heard Ali utter Allah Akbar, which in Arabic means God is the greatest. A fire that just wouldn't quit has destroyed a Crookston home. No one was hurt, but the home is a total loss. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson talks with the homeowner and shows us what happened.
This house was engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived on the scene after a neighbor heard the roar and called 911 at 1:17 a.m.
And we got up and we looked outside and the whole neighborhood was just glowing orange.
All right.
And I looked out the back window and you could see the flames. And
Did you hear any explosions or anything?
there was one loud pop, and I'm thinking it might have been the propane tank to the grill.
Okay, all right. But it was really going, huh?
Yeah, it was. By the time we got everybody out of the house and I got the cars moved, it was going really good.
We know there was some grill propane tanks and things like that, what a lot of people normally have in their garages, so it's not surprising there were some small explosions.
Firefighters had actually been here a few hours earlier on Sunday evening when they put out a fire and some insulation in the attic of the home. When they arrived for the second time early this morning, the entire home was engulfed in flames. Smoke from that earlier fire kept the homeowner out of the house last night.
Actually, kind of maybe a saving grace. I mean, that you weren't in the house.
I don't know.
Who knows?
No, I don't know.
So, do you have another place to go to live?
No.
So that's the plan.
I'm at a motel now.
Okay.
The home is insured, but it makes for a tough Christmas for retired farmer Louis Andringa. In Crookston, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
A state fire marshal has ruled the fire accidental due to recent renovations at the home. It's been about a month since the last Cass County Social Services Board meeting where Lutheran Social Services was expected to show up and did not. The CEO of LSS says she contacted commissioners explaining ahead of time why she couldn't attend. But commissioners say they have questions that LSS needs to answer. There was another meeting today. Hear if these issues were finally resolved, coming up at 6 o'clock. A woman reported missing from Castleton, North Dakota, has been found. 25-year-old Stephanie Pluscat had been missing since October 10th. The Cass County Sheriff's Office says she is now in jail, facing charges for possession of meth and violating parole. A man is arrested for DUI after rolling his vehicle early this morning. Deputies say the man was traveling north on 170th Avenue Southeast in Richland County and failed to stop at Highway 46. He ended up rolling his vehicle into the ditch. Deputies conducted field sobriety testing and arrested Christopher Welly for DUI. The crash remains under investigation. December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. Today marks the 74th anniversary of the attacks on Pearl Harbor. Just before 8 on that morning, nearly 400 Japanese warplanes attacked the home port of the United States Pacific Fleet. About 2,400 Americans were killed and another 1,200 were wounded, many while attempting to repel the attack. Because of that attack, the United States entered World War II, a 4-year effort costing more than 400,000 American lives. Here in the Valley, both Minnesota and North Dakota governors ordered flags to be lowered to half-staff today to pay respect to those who lost their lives during the attack and to honor those who served. The sights and sounds of the holiday season are coming your way. The Plains Art Museum is hosting a holiday concert series, and that means holiday cheer starting at noon every Monday through Thursday for the next 2 weeks. The concert series features a wide variety of musicians, including talent from NDSU and the Clarion Quartet. The concerts are free and open to the public. A word of warning before you hop online to buy holiday gifts. Counterfeiters are ready and willing to sell you knockoff products. That's still ahead.
The warmer than average temperatures will continue as we head through much of the week. However, we have some wintry precipitation to talk about as we head through the next 7 days. The details on your forecast coming up right after this.